Oh, yeah. We're back. Woo! 2 extra clicks with Griff
and Smith.
Yes, we're fucking back, man. I'm pumped. Damn, it's been a minute because fucking asshole over here went on a vacation and was gone from work for a week. Thankfully, we have a bank of like episodes that we can release one every single Sunday. But yeah, he was gone from work because he went somewhere special.
Yep.
You want to start with me first and my agenda? What I did on my fucking weekend and entire work week that you were not present for?
Go ahead.
Nothing.
I knew it was going to be quick.
Yeah, there you go. All done. So, Smith, how are you?
I'm tired.
Glad you're back. Jesus.
Glad to be back.
All right, so go ahead and tell the world what fancy childless adventure you went on now.
Ooh, childless. We're going to get into that in a minute.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
you got a story about this.
Trigger word.
Damn.
No, I went a few states over. I went over to South Carolina.
Oh, okay. South Carolina. Hop, skip, and a jump away, one would say.
Yes.
All right.
So I went over to South Carolina. Actually had a fantastic time.
Oh, nice.
Lo and behold, you go to, I went over to Myrtle Beach. I'll set this up. So I went over to Myrtle Beach. Touristy spot, I would say, not too familiar with the geography over there. I'd probably say like middle of the state, literally on the coast.
All right.
And in true fashion, as you know, probably from the last couple episodes, I went angling.
Yes. Wait a minute. So you went fly fishing?
No, I did not go fly fishing.
Oh, then you just went fishing. You didn't go angling.
Sorry. Correction, angling.
Whatever.
No, I did some saltwater fishing. So a little bit different.
Yeah.
Took me back to my roots a little bit.
What'd you do? Sturgeon, striper? What'd you got?
Anything I can catch, really.
Oh, shit.
Talking with everybody, I was going for grouper and flounder.
Ooh, grouper. Nice.
Yeah, it was a type of grouper. I can't remember the exact species of grouper. But anyway, it was grouper and flounder, which is what was recommended.
Yeah.
Followed all the recommendations. And then I didn't catch any really big fish. I did not get skunked, though, I will say.
So you said you didn't catch any big fish, but you did catch fish.
I caught multiple fish.
Okay, because the last trip, you and your buddies went. Your dad's buddy. Yeah, that's what it was. Your dad's buddies. You all went fishing, and none of you caught shit.
Yes, none of us.
If this was another one of those, I'm gonna be like, you know what?
No.
I don't know if you want to tell people that you're an angler.
No. By default, I will forever say I prefer saltwater. I love saltwater fishing.
Hold on. Were you on a boat, or were you just like on the? Where were you?
I was on the surf. I was on the beach.
Gotcha.
So beach, and then I did do one.
How did you get your line out, like way out there?
With a nice long pole.
Damn. I saw these people like putting their hooks out using drones.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, like actually this is kind of like the new age thing is if fancy people that have money have a drone, they literally just connect all their shit onto their drone, fly it up, and they take it all the way out, and then they find a nice deep hole or like, you know what I mean, something that that looks like a great spot, and then they boop and they fucking drop it right in the water. I'm like, damn, that's smart. Well done.
You know what?
I did not think of that.
Thank you for that recommendation. I will now use my fancy drone.
I know you have one. Yeah, I don't have one, but you show me footage of your drone, and fuck, it makes me want to get one, but I'm not going to get one because I don't fucking do anything. So what shots would I take? I'm not going on vacations every week.
Sorry.
So you were okay. So you were gone a whole week, and that's it. You went. I'm saying it's still a cool vacation, but you went to South Carolina.
Yes.
Not to be confused with North Carolina and P.D. Pablo. Go on and raise up. I know we're from a different generation. I was raised on hip hop, but everyone else that listens to hip hop fucking gets that reference. Everybody's taking their shirts and swinging around their head like a helicopter. Okay.
My shirt's staying on for one.
Okay, got that. Yeah.
Yes, I was in South, not to be confused with North.
South.
And so we spent, I think it was 5 nights, 6 days, 5 nights in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Did all the touristy things.
Do you have any like family or friends there?
Nope.
Just fucking on a whim, huh?
Yeah, just on a whim. Been there once before. I enjoyed it. Nightlife's amazing. So because it's always hot during the day, shops open at night. For me, this little insight to me.
Yeah.
I enjoy antiquing.
Oh, bro. I love antiquing. Antique shops and antique malls are the dopest shit ever.
Yes.
Well done.
So what was really cool is we went into one, we started talking with this lady, and she goes, here, you should check out all of these. And they actually have, like, I wouldn't say it's like a co-op, but they have like I don't know, it's like a business partnership. And it was a list of like 20-something shops. And I want to...
What?
Yeah.
So it's like a directory?
Yes, it was like a directory. addresses, phone numbers, business hours. They even had a little key on what they sold. So if it was like, a true antique shop or
Whoa, I've never even heard of anybody doing something like that. That's genius, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because normally, antique shops want to be like, oh, buy your shit here, not elsewhere.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, if you like antiques, here's all the other antique shops.
Yes.
Good for them to kind of put,
And some of them I will say
competitiveness behind them.
Oh yeah, no. And some of it I would say wasn't super like antique. It was more of like a kind of like a consignment. It's like weird like women's jewelry like
you start getting like those almost like craft fairs. You start getting like people's home like painted rocks and shit, and you're like, look, it's cool. And you're renting a booth, but these aren't antiques.
Yes,
you're just making artsy shit.
I'm looking for like that old like 60s or 50s rusted license plate.
Is that? I was just about to ask. Like, do you like collect anything specific? Shot glasses, spoons, anything fucking weird like that?
No, but I do collect license plates from states that I've visited. So those go up in my garage.
Okay, yeah.
So you know how I like my automotive. I just like motors. Anything that has an engine, I'm going to love it. Going through, how can I combine both traveling and automotive / motorcycle-ish memorabilia?
Yeah.
Hands down, license plates. Easiest thing.
But it's got to be antique. Can't just be like from 96.
If I can find them in their reasonable price, I'll get like that 50s, 60s plate. Mm-hmm. But if I have to sell something current, I'll get something more current.
Yep.
If I can find both, I'm getting both.
Fuck yeah.
Hands down.
I don't know if you saw it in our kitchen. Obviously, you've been through our house. Like, there's actually quite a few antiques. The wife brought that to me. So, like, I was never an antique shopper, never really went to an antique shop until the wife came around. She's like, oh, I love, looking at antiques. I'm like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm open for anything. Yeah, sure, let's check it out. And then I realized, holy shit, this is actually really fucking cool because I'm a sentimental kind of guy. Like, I like history, you know what I mean? Like, pieces of history. So, yeah, we have an Oregon license plate from I want to say 1932, and it's in our kitchen. It's dope. And fucking, we love Oregon. Oregon peeps. I know we got some Oregon listeners. Huge shout out. You guys are fucking dope. And you got a great state.
Badass fishing on the coast.
Badass angling.
No fly rod.
Great place to, what the fuck was it? Yakking. There you go. Great place to go yakking. I am not going to let that down. That's a fucking disgusting word. How dare you?
This last time I was in Oregon, took a road trip over there. Drove forever. Took us forever. We hit the coast. We went from coastal Oregon all the way down to California.
Yeah.
Scariest thing is you have
so you took one.
We took one truck and one trailer.
Oh, I'm talking like Highway 1, like right on the fucking coast.
Oh, yeah, we took well, technically it's 101.
101 and then one. I know.
Badass trip, but I remember last time I was in Oregon, we had the trailer and we were sitting there looking at the news. There was flooding, and then the wife showed me a picture on her phone. She goes, "Do we really want to go?" And there's a bunch of travel trailers floating.
Whoa!
It was bad. Still fun, still a blast, still went.
Fuck yeah! I usually go to like Sunset Bay Park in Coos Bay.
Okay.
Been to Newport, Oregon. Fucking work your way on up. Astoria. Fucking
Newport and Lincoln. Those are my spots.
Newport's cool, man. I like Newport. We stay at a fucking a hotel called the Whaler, and like the rooms, you're looking right at the water and shit. Fucking awesome little like mom and pop style like fish and chips joints everywhere, dude. Mm-hmm. And the wife and I in Newport, they had a big ass antique mall, so we went to the antique mall in fucking Oregon. Yeah, dude. Yeah, this is all clicking together, mate.
So. Yeah, but anyways, trip back east was really cool. Nice. Georgia was awesome. Really enjoyed Georgia.
How many? Well, hold on. How many days did you spend in Georgia?
Just 2. We drove. It was about 3.5 hours south. Went, hung out. We stayed there a total of 2 nights, 1 full day. We stayed at a place called Tybee Island. And no, I'm not mispronouncing that.
What is it? Tybee?
Tybee Island.
Is it actually an island?
Technically, I guess, because it's a huge marsh that divides it. So technically, there is a area of water, a body of water separating it from.
So you went to the swamp.
We crossed the swamp to get to the beach.
Yeah, you went to a swamp. That's not. I wouldn't call it an island. It's a little far fetched.
No, but it was a legit island because there was actual land. It was a land mass. It wasn't like.
So now knowing you, okay, this all sounds really great. Sounds like you had a really good time.
It was.
But I also know you, man. I know you well enough now to where like. I know shit pisses you off. So let's hear. Okay. How was everything, man? How were the people? Were they nice and kind? How was the driving? How How was everything else about your trip, bud?
Oh, the little stuff, the stuff in between the fun stuff.
Sure. Yeah, the driving from point A to point B, the shit like that. I shouldn't be. I'm trying to be a negative Nancy on your parade here, but I know you too well.
Okay, so we didn't want to take our own car, so we took a short flight.
Okay.
Took a short flight, rented a car. Let's just say
rental car. Fuck, that's where your money gets fucking punched in the pocket right there. Anyway, go on.
It was like $75 a day. It wasn't too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah.
But anyways, so first incident. That
we're calling them incidents already. Oh, this is gonna get good.
This one was kind of funny. So, you know, the last episode I think we talked about old people.
Bro, I'm in a good mood today. Don't fucking bring up old people shopping.
This is hilarious. So there's this old couple. I think that the couple I think the wife might have brought her sister or her friend or whatever. But we're standing around a little luggage carriage, and we're all impatiently waiting for our luggage. Some of us more patient than others because we probably didn't have to take that long of a flight as others. But we're waiting around the carousel, and this lady's husband's probably, I don't know, about like 30 or 40 feet down the little carousel waiting for their bag, and the wife's sitting there just shit talking about him like nonstop. I can't remember what the dude's name was.
Shit talking who?
About her husband.
Damn, to who? Who's she standing?
I don't know if it was her sister or friend.
You just said that. Okay,
yeah.
What the fuck?
So it was weird. So as the luggage is coming around this little carousel, right?
Yeah.
She's sitting there. I don't know the dude's name. We'll just call him Fred. Oh, Fred ain't gonna see this. He's blind as a bat, and yada yada yada. He don't pay attention, and she's sitting there, and then all of a sudden, now mind you, everybody's all irritable. She yells over like he's 200 yards away. Freddie, that's our bag. Grab our bag, Freddie. And it's like, I'm sitting there. I'm like, lady,
her fucking hands broken.
It's like, what? One, why can't you grab it? And two, it's coming around. It's on the other side. I don't even think you can see it because you have the large ass pillar sitting in the middle of the fucking carousel.
Yeah.
Right. So he just looks over and you see this death glare of like, okay,
good for him.
And I'm wondering, okay, are they on the beginning of their vacation? Because this is the beginning of their vacation.
Oh yeah, picking up the luggage.
Yeah. That might not set a really good tone for the next however long they're going, right?
Sure. Okay, yeah.
The bag comes around. Get this. The bag comes around. He doesn't pick it up. Freddie!
Good for him. He's calling her bluff.
No. Freddie, why didn't you grab our bag? Oh, that's not our bag.
Oh, fuck, bitch. You got your own fucking set of problems, dude.
Exactly. After she was just sitting there bitching about how he can't see.
She's fucking trying to pull other people's luggage because she's blind as a fucking bat herself.
It's just one of those where I look at it, I'm like, one, why the fuck are you yelling in my ear? And two, why the hell are you shit talking about your husband?
And why are you so crotchety anyway?
Exactly.
Fucking relax.
Exactly.
If you miss it, it's going to come around again. You grab it the next time, bitch.
So that was incident one. You said something about driving.
I know you hate driving. So
I love driving. I enjoy driving, especially when cars aren't my own. I love driving different cars because I was with somebody that's my.
What kind of car did you rent? Out of curiosity.
We rented a. I want to say it was a compact economy.
Holy shit! How did you fit? Did you fit okay in that thing?
No. Okay, so
no.
You might want to look this up. Some of our viewers may know. We ended up getting stuck with a Hyundai Venue.
All right.
Okay, that's classified as a mid-size crossover. A mid-size crossover to me, the mid-size should just be taken out. It should just be replaced with a compact.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
I had to sit with our luggage, and we don't travel very big. It's just, two standard larger size suitcases. It's not the extra large, but like your two standard large size.
Yeah.
Your two checked bags.
Yeah.
We had two of those, and then I think I had my camera backpack, and the wife had a backpack of her own. We had to move the chair up because our two bags would not fit in the back.
Jesus, that's pretty small.
Yeah, and I don't have. I am a towering tree. I have long legs.
Yeah, these limbs were outside all the windows and the sunroof and all kinds of shit.
Yes.
All right.
But what irritates me is going to touristy destinations. This is why usually we don't travel to like heavy desired destinations. You get everybody that wants to go there. So not only do you have the locals that are pissed off that everybody's visiting, you have the people from other states that don't know how to drive.
Yeah.
Okay, and
put them all in one pot and stir them together.
Yes, and not to mention it's like we're all using maps. Okay, I don't know. You don't go out, so you might not know. But maps is very easy to follow. You could see it tells you when your next turn is, whether it's like 1.2 miles away, or 400 feet away. It's like people don't realize, they don't follow it until they're like, bam, okay, let's do 50 to like 25 and then just stop in the middle of the highway and then make the turn.
That sounds accurate. Yeah.
It's quite irritating. It's every single
One thing I realize like driving is that like nobody uses, maybe it's just me. I use cruise control religiously. I'll cruise control at 30 miles a fucking hour. I cruise control everywhere I go. And so like people that fluctuate on their fucking driving like drives me nuts. How do you live your life like that? How do you like do you have to sit there and every 2 seconds look at your fucking speedometer to make sure that you're somewhere within your plus or minus 3 miles per hour? Like,
okay, so you know me, I'm a control freak. Have you been in a car where somebody they constantly have to be on a pedal? They can't just like coast. It's like
this is exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah,
it's like gas, go.
Like, and then I'm fucking up because I'm the passenger and I'm just staring at their fucking miles per hour. Like, and now you're going 3 over. Well, now you're going 2 over. Oh, the guy you pass is now passing you. I'm like, what kind of chaos, anarchy are we fucking doing here?
Or it's like a roller coaster. You're going back and forth because they can't like figure out figure out like that perfect sweet spot of where you're just gonna lean your foot and then cruise. You know? Or
just set the motherfucking cruise control. Every car past 1997 has fucking cruise control.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I would say the biggest thing it was kind of surprising. It wasn't really irritating, but it was more like baffling. So, and it's kind of shocking where even the wife didn't know. I would say that'd be more acceptable. But as I said before, I went fishing. So
yeah.
Again, in the ocean, we went on a pier. One of the places I went was I went fishing on. I think it's actually technically called the Myrtle Beach Fishing Pier or something. It was something like that.
This sounds packed.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah, either way. So they have. I wish I knew what it was called. It's called the Grand Strand. So the Grand Strand, what they refer to in Myrtle Beach, I think is like 3.5 or 2.5 miles of solid beach. It's all accessible, and when you look down at literally, there's just thousands of people everywhere. You know,
this is where you're fishing.
Yeah.
So is it like a no swimming zone?
No, it's swimming, but that's why we went out.
Fish hooks in the fucking water?
Oh, I got a story about that too.
Dude, what the fuck? This sounds so bad.
So that's why in this area I went out on the pier. So the pier takes you out into the water.
Dude, they got to separate these. Okay. This is not a good mix.
So get this. So we're fishing.
Okay.
Everybody's fishing. I know I can fish because there's multiple people fishing, and I had to pay to go out on the pier to fish.
Of course you did.
Tourists, right? Tourist area.
Yeah.
So
all you have to have is like one of those neon yellow fucking shitty like wannabe construction vests. And you could just be a local. You put that fucking vest on, you stand next to a parking lot, you start collecting money.
That might have actually happened.
I'm not joking because I see it everywhere I go, and I'm like, there's no fucking way you're employed.
Yeah.
But you're taking my money, and I'm giving it to you because I'm oblivious to how things work around here.
I might have done. There was a questionable one, but
yeah.
But anyways, so we're fishing on the pier, and the wife's like, "Oh, look, that's a fish." And I'm like, "Honey, that ain't no fish." She goes, "Yeah, it is." I'm like, "No, it ain't." She goes, "What is it?" I'm like, "It's a shark."
Yeah.
And she's like, well, no, it's not a shark. And as it comes, it's because it's a little bit off the pier, and it was coming more toward the pier. As soon as right under the pier, you could see just based on the shape, it was a legitimate shark. And she goes, "Oh my God, that really is a shark." And I'm like, yeah, it's a shark. It's the ocean. And she couldn't fathom the fact. I'm like, yeah, they have, I can be completely wrong when I say this, but I know of at least like 6 or 7 species of shark that prefer warm water in the southern states, off the southern coast. I mean, the Keys, you get even worse when you get down to Florida. But regardless, she didn't realize that. She goes, but there's kids swimming right there. I said, yeah.
They're the locals. The sharks are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're the tourists.
So,
they're in the water. Yeah.
Yeah. And I tried explaining to her, I'm like, if you look at the, shark attacks, I guess, on these places, the majority of the species of sharks are smaller. They're not, they're looking for, I think they're the
ones that can get in closer to the shore. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, and I try telling her, I'm like, these are smaller sharks. Usually they don't attack anything larger than them. Those certain species don't. They usually go for like shrimp, smaller fish. There's one that even eats crustaceans because I actually read on it.
Oh, nice. So Dungeness up in the mix. Fucking good for them.
Correct. So either way, she did.
Fine dining shark right there.
Yeah. So she didn't believe me. She's more concerned about the people. I'm like, well, I would assume that they would know that there's sharks in the water after letting their kids swim. I mean, if I was letting my kids swim in the ocean, I would sure as hell know what could potentially be in that water.
Well, there's a reason why. Like, I don't go in water much. Fuck that, all right? Like, I'm not really, like, afraid of it, but, like, I don't know. If I can't see the bottom, I'm not floating around in there.
Yeah.
Nobody said megalodons are fully extinct. There might be one down there.
You never know.
And all it takes is one little, fucking, you be stupid with your legs. Like, oh, I'm going to do this little flutter kick because I'm a cool guy swimming around. and the shark goes, "Oh shit, that motherfucker's injured."
Yeah.
And then I get fucking bit.
Or or he looks at your little tiny little white toes.
Little tootsies.
Yeah, little
'cause
tootsies.
It's whiter than all the others. You know, that's maybe a shrimp.
Exactly.
Fuck
So,
that.
but anyways, she was surprised. So, next day we went different part, went fishing. You talk about idiots and hooks in water. So we went to a place that was a little bit south, less, I would say definitely less populated, but a little bit more private. It's kind of off the beaten path. I mean, people know about it, but it's not in the immediate area. So it is a little bit of a drive.
Gotcha.
And it was called Polly's Island.
This is another fucking swamp. There's not islands out there, dude.
No, it was. You have to look. I mean, either way,
it's a swamp. Go ahead.
It's called Polly's Island. We went to the beach again.
Right.
This one is same thing. I think it's only like 3/4 of a mile. Nice flat sand beach. Not as busy. Harder to get to. Less parking. So usually it's they have. I mean, there's. I guess the majority of it's all vacation rentals.
Yeah.
Or vacation homes. So with that said, there's a select amount of people that can get in. But we were able to get in. We were able to find parking. We went there 2 days. The day that I decided to fish, I go off to the least busy part of this beach. Okay, there's no one in the water. There's no one around me, right?
Yeah.
But this old lady.
Oh, fuck.
Old. We're talking probably like... Now,
They usually don't get in the water.
But they do.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And this one decided, okay, we're going to go wade in the water.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Okay, and it's like, okay, you see... She looked at me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm standing next to my fishing pole. My fishing pole is, I think the pole that I was using at the time was about 11 feet long.
There's a lot of ocean, too, bitch. Like, take it fucking 20 feet down.
Dude, okay, my pole is right next to where the waves are coming up. Okay, she's about, I don't know, waist, maybe belly-ish deep in this water, just wading.
She's by herself?
She's by herself. I didn't see her with anybody. She's just like sitting there, and she like walks down maybe like, I don't know, 15 yards next to us into the water and then starts walking in front of me.
I'm immediately thinking dementia.
It looked like, because she's like sitting there and she's got her little like hands going back and forth, right, in the water. And then she looks over at me. Her hands are still going. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing?
Dementia.
Now,
if she was in her 20s, I would say drugs. But since she's old, I'm saying dementia, which is like, equal to drugs.
Now, they call it a high-low leader, which means there's 2 large hooks that are razor sharp.
Yes.
Okay. They even say razor sharp on the package.
Okay.
It's in the water.
Yeah.
You're in the water. You see my line going into the water. It's like, lady, what are you doing? Are you looking to get impaled in the leg by a?
She might be.
I don't know.
I mean,
and then she has the nerve to walk out and then walk back over. Oh, did you catch anything?
Oh my God!
It's like, so you knew, you seen me, but you're still walking.
She
in the water.
acknowledges you. Goddamn, she's just looking for social interaction. When everyone else around her died. Like, she's like, man, my therapist said it would be a good idea if I get out of the house every now and again. So she just slaps on that fucking one piece and goes wading out in the water and tries to find social interactions, and you were the guy.
Yeah, pretty much. But this rounds out to where this will be my last story. We're going to come back. We're going to visit the sharks again. This was the funnier part. It was our last night. Okay. We're taking it was a I will call it a sunset stroll on the beach. Sunset stroll on the beach. We're walking. What's really cool is the East Coast is different from the West Coast. The West Coast, we have sea glass. The East Coast has shark teeth on their beaches.
Oh, nice. Fuck yeah.
So we were looking for shark teeth. We did find a couple.
Yeah. Whole?
Yeah, whole. They're nice, now keep in mind.
They're small.
Yeah, they're very small. It's not like, the ones you go in the gift shop.
Again, the smaller sharks get closer to warm water, et cetera, shallower water. So, yeah, you're not going to find huge ones.
Yeah, correct. So I'm just walking. I didn't get a fishing license for Georgia, so I did not go fishing in Georgia.
Gotcha.
The thing is, I wish I really would have.
Why?
So growing up, when I grew up on the West Coast and had easy access to ocean water, I actually enjoyed shark fishing. West Coast sharks are very small. The biggest usually gets maybe like 48-ish inches.
Okay.
And you're talking like you're lucky. Average is about 32 to 36.
Okay.
There was like 4 to 5 that I targeted, 4 to 5 different species.
Yeah.
None that ever attacked a human that I've ever heard of.
Okay.
So I knew that the more south that you go, the better the fishing gets. So either way, I'm watching what people are fishing with. This guy was getting ready to leave. Me and the wife were walking along the beach. He had already had 2 poles. He already reeled up one, and he had a whole fish. We're talking this as bait. So I had it hooked on there. I mean, it's probably got a good like 5-6 inches. And the wife's like, "Oh, he caught a fish." I'm like, "No, that's his bait."
The bait, yeah.
And what is he trying to catch with that bait? I'm like, probably sharks.
Yeah.
And she goes, are you serious? And I'm like,
they eat other fish. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, and I'm looking at him like, well, that's got to be what he's fishing for. So either way, she keeps going. We're doing a little shark tooth beach combing hunting.
Nice.
I turn around and I look at this guy. I'm like, because as we were walking by, he is rolling up one of his lines. Well, his line was slack. So I'm like, okay, dude's getting ready to go home. He's packing up.
Yeah.
I turn around and I look over my shoulder and he's walking along the beach with his pole in his hand. I'm like, oh, he's snagged up.
Yeah, he's trying to unhook. Yeah.
Yeah. So, he's walking and then all of a sudden I see a flutter of the tip. And of his rod.
Oh, all right. Yeah, fucking fish on hook.
Yep. So I look at it. I'm like, this sucker's being pulled. Oh, he's got a shark. I got to see this because I've never, like I said, never been East Coast shark fishing. I've seen it. So I'd say probably about 20 minutes goes by. I was the first one that I'm just kind of standing back, watching him do his thing. His buddy's sitting with there. Hey, do you need anything? Do you need help? Because usually with larger sharks, you get a little sore fighting them.
Yeah. They got little harnesses too that kind of like have a little fanny pack in between your legs. You can kind of put the rod in. Yeah. They have a whole harness and shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Because some of these like take like an hour plus to fucking reel in if you're going to let them slack out and tire themselves out.
Right.
Go on.
So overall fight was about 20 minutes. By the time it was done.
That's quick.
Yeah. By the time that he was done, there was probably, I don't know, about 12-ish people. Kind of surrounding and seeing what he got, and it was like, "Oh my god, I wonder what he got." And I'm like, "Oh my god, you need to have common sense." Like,
yeah,
anything that big and that long is not going to be in the fish species. It's now grown into sharks.
Yeah.
Okay. About a 4.5, 5 foot shark he rolled in, and the thing,
nice.
beautiful shark.
Nice.
Unhooked it, released it, everything went well. But what surprised me was everybody was so flabbergasted. They're like, "Oh my god, look at that thing!" Ugh. They were all freaked out
About what? Like just it being a shark?
Yeah, and the fact of like, "Oh my god, we were just swimming right here earlier today," and it's like, you mean to tell me that you're
fuck? Are they oblivious to like their what? I don't understand.
I don't know.
There are sharks in the water. Yeah,
it's always like common knowledge. Like even West Coast side, you have like there is a potential to have, white sharks, more commonly known as the great white, right?
Yeah.
And people are so surprised. It's like, well, one, if you look at the world as a whole, we're taking away all their food.
Yeah.
Number two, they want to come in shallower because it's easier to catch their food. There's more food availability. Doesn't mean that they're going to eat a human.
Yeah.
But if you're that scared, then why are you sitting there swimming in the water?
These are risks you should already know.
Yeah, you should.
Prior to dipping a toe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you shouldn't be surprised.
No,
that
was in there. Yeah, it was in there.
And they're like,
and there's like a ton more in there.
Yeah,
that's not the only one.
No, and the thing that surprised me is like you have the locals that are fully aware, but then you have like the vacations, like, oh my god, let's go on vacation, and they're, oh, we're never coming back here. These waters are dangerous. It's like, okay, you're oblivious and you're blowing things way out of proportion, but I don't know.
Okay.
But I had a great time. I know that super long intro. That was what? That had to have been close to like 30 minutes. My bad. Sorry.
No. We're totally good. Fuck, man. That's people and the stupidity of people. Yes. Shit, man. I'm like, I don't even know what to say. It's like again. This is coming from somebody that has some sort of level of phobia of water. For some, I can swim and everything. I don't know. It's high risk when I can't see the bottom because I don't know what's down there. Is there a fucking grenade down there? I have no idea. Is there fucking Loch Ness? I have no idea. But I'm not going to fucking wade in there to find out.
Hey, every once in a while, in the more populated areas, you should see how often an alligator is found.
Jesus Christ! You see what I mean? I'm good on all that shit. I don't need that much. But I even told you, like, I take the extent of my fucking water weirdness into video games. Like when I play like Ark Survival Evolved or like some shit like that, I'm like, I'm not going. How far is the island? Nah, we better build a boat. Like I'm not just swimming across that shit because there's all kinds of stuff in the water that'll get you. So I even weigh out the risk to reward ratio in video games. So like the phobia, bleeds over into the world of fantasy. It's not even fucking real anymore. And I'm still like, nah, let's play it safe. Let's build a bridge.
At least you're aware of it.
Oh, there you go. That's what I'm fucking keying on. Shit. We have some listener feedback to get back to really, really quick. I think I mentioned this in my last episode. Listeners, goddamn, I say this every time. You guys are fucking awesome. Feedback is rolling in like a motherfucker. Yeah, this was on my list. This is I'm trying to do them in order as we get them. So this is listener feedback. One of our listeners wanted to know: do you cuss in front of your kids? Well, Smith, do you cuss in front of your dogs?
Bad dog dad I am.
Oh,
yes, I do.
Christ.
No, I don't cuss at them. I do.
That's what I assume.
No, I don't. I don't ever swear at them. That's just mean. And
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look at them like real serious and go, "Hey, what the fuck are we doing?" Just stop being weird. You don't ever say that?
No.
I'm not saying yell at them. I'm saying cuss at them. I'm not saying yell at them. I'm just saying like looking at them like, "Hey, did you shit in the kitchen?" Because when I got home, I heard you shit in the kitchen, and we don't allow that kind of behavior. Clean it the fuck up. We shouldn't be having this conversation.
When you put it in that perspective, when they were puppies, yes, I did.
There you go. That's it. So me, it's not plural for me. I'm the only one that has a kid, and it's one kid. He is 7. That's a tricky question. Yes and no. I do really restrain my curse words around him. I've never once ever cussed at him, and I never will. That's super poor form, obviously. I don't put him down in any way, shape, or form, but I do I feel that's just this trickles from my grandpa. So my grandparents raised me. My grandpa was my OG. He was my father figure, right? So I learned all my curse words from my grandpa. And my grandpa was a repeater, so he'd be like, "You son of a bitch and son of a bitch." You know what I mean? "You motherfucker." You know what I mean? Like he was a repeater. He doubled it up. So but I learned a lot from him, and just based on my grow up, for some reason, this sounds horrible, but it's just true. I've always really been good at put downs, and that's helped me, especially in my middle school and high school years, because 99% of all bullies just talk shit, and when you verbally slay them, their sales deflate, and then they look like the clown, and then they don't bother you anymore. So because of that, I know that my son will grow up and will use curse words. I know that in school there's going to be a point where he has to motherfuck somebody up and down the block. Because of that, I do cuss around him sometimes. Not a lot when the wife's around because she frowns upon it, but I got my own views on it. I don't want him to sound like an idiot, because we all know those school days when the one kid that never cusses tries cussing at a bully for the first time. You sound like a goddamn idiot. And again, I'm so advanced on my put down level, I cannot wait for when my kid hits that age and some bully tries knocking on him for his shirt or whatever. My kid, just being raised by me and hearing all my witty ass crazy shit, is gonna pick apart that motherfucker like crazy, and that dude's gonna be bawling by the time my kid's done with him. So I subconsciously am kind of I don't know, I'm passing it on to my kid. Now, he knows all the curse words. He knows he's not allowed to say them. You are legit. He's in fucking trouble if he ever says one of those words. And he has not. No teacher. We keep good communication with his teachers. He doesn't say it at school. His teachers have never heard him cuss, nothing like that. But I just know that being a boy in today's age, in any age, bullies are always going to pick on the easy ones. There's going to be an attempt one day, maybe even a couple attempts, and I want him to be able to stand up for himself, at least verbally, because that's usually 99% of it, and just fucking shots fired at this kid where he's like, "Holy fuck, this kid just embarrassed the shit out of him in front of my friends. I don't even fucking know I don't even know what to do anymore." So I'm teaching him to be witty and not be new to curse words. So yes, I cuss in front of my kid. Not so much. I never cuss at my kid, but my kid hears all the crazy shit I say sometimes when the wife's not around. So it's kind of a yes and a no. Does that kind of answer it?
Yeah, I would say so.
Is it poor form? Probably, but I think in the long run it's going to help. I'm doing this to help him, and because it's hard for me to restrain myself. I guess it's twofold.
Was there any point in time where he repeated what you said at a young age and you had to correct him? Because he didn't know.
Only one, and it was when he was really little. Only one time, and he legit just didn't even know what it meant. And then I was like, oof, and I kind of hey, we don't actually say it. And he knows all the curse words. Sometimes he'll hear, I'll say a curse word and his eyes will get real big and he'll like look over at my wife and I'm like, I know, you don't say that. Only grown-ups can say that. And he goes, when I'm your age, I said, only when you're my age, which I'm 40. So like, you know what I mean?
He's got a ways to go.
Yeah. And I mean, I cussed throughout my whole education career, but I never once like cussed at or in front of my grandparents. So like I knew all the curse words and I talk just like I talk right now. But at home, in front of my grandparents, even as an adult now today, I never cussed in front of them because it was just not allowed. And even in my adult years, I just kept rolling with it. It's not allowed. So I want him to, you're not allowed to cuss in front of me. But you are going to know all the words and how to properly use them and put them, structure them in a sentence to make a bully cry. So yes and no to that question. The next question. This one's rough. How to handle your man if he won't open up and doesn't display emotions. You want to take a stab at that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, I had those issues because it was one of those where I don't know. It just I feel the way I feel because the way that I feel. And that was that. I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's different when you're in a relationship when you care about somebody. It's part of the communication factor within that relationship.
I don't see. This goes back. I said it in one of the episodes how like when you're 25 or older, your brain is done growing. You're done developing your brain. All the wires are already set now. So if you're cut off emotionally, usually, and this is I'm not knocking on them. Like this is usually like your military professionals, law enforcement, stuff like that. Like you're just kind of an emotionless, fucking desensitized robot. That's who you are now. You know what I mean? Like, and this goes back to women liking things to think that they can fix something that's broken. You're not fixing. If you're with somebody that's just emotionally cut off, and you think that, I don't know, counseling or fucking something is going to help him open up, it is not. I'm sorry, it's not. His emotions are closed off, and there's nothing that's going to turn them on. Especially a sit-down conversation with a stranger, that sure as shit ain't gonna fix it. So like, you kind of, I know this just sounds shitty, but it's true. It's almost easier if you just adapt to him being emotionless. I know that's super fucked up. I mean, I don't know, man. You're looking at me. Do you agree with that kind of to an extent or not really?
I do agree with it because from what I understand, what I've talked to people about. When you say in that profession, right?
Yeah.
The thing is you got to look at in that profession, you deal with a lot of like trauma. You deal with a lot of trauma, a lot of negative. Like when you look at it as a whole, it's a lot of negativity. Mm-hmm. You grow to swallow negativity as a whole because you're not going to let that negativity and those traumatic events impact somebody else, let alone your relationships. You're just going to bottle it up. Put the little cork in it and toss that sucker in the ocean. All done. And let it go. Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
Because you don't.
This is, in my opinion, it's not happening. You're not getting the person to fucking open up.
No.
And it ain't happening.
No. Sorry. And I've heard of studies being done, and it's something where it can, but we're talking in very, very, very rare instances where they actually do open up.
And it takes decades to get there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't just all of a sudden you wake up one morning and be like, oh man, I feel my emotions.
I mean, to put it in, and I don't want this to come off as, disrespectful or insensitive, but if you look at the amount of, military in association with that were in an active war that suffer from true PTSD, those guys almost never recovered. I mean, if you look at what they went through, it's super traumatic. There are people that suffer, like you said, years, decades later.
Yeah.
That still have they haven't even touched the near surface. They haven't scuffed that surface.
Yeah, and it's honestly it's seriously it's just hard for me to relate because I have never had actually clinically diagnosed PTSD. So like I can't even understand the mentality of it because I can't even put my mindset there. To me, it's like having emotions and opening up is like super fucking easy, man. Like and why wouldn't you do it? You know what I mean? So like to not be able to I don't know, express happiness or I don't know. To me, it's a whole nother fucking language. I can't relate with, man. I don't get it.
Tell me if I can almost hit the nail on the head here. If you have something that I saw was when you are in a relationship that you have truly built a connection with somebody, you become more vulnerable. You share those emotions.
You should. Yeah.
You should, right?
Yeah.
Prior to, if I look in like past relationships before my wife, I never opened up like that. So I could say where it's like,
But I mean, is it because like I don't know.
I think it's just because you've kind of found the one that you can open to and won't judge you, I guess. Maybe that's the problem that they're going after is they want their significant other to open up, become more vulnerable, and maybe they potentially, okay, I'm not saying that they are, but they potentially could not be that person. If they're going to become vulnerable, you guys are never going to work. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. If you're not willing to accept that as part of that relationship, is you need to either accept that he's going to be like that because there is a triggering factor, or the second
That's the thing. That's who he is.
Yeah.
And you probably knew this going into the relationship that's what you're dealing with here, and you're like, oh, I can break him down over time. Our again, like our connection's gonna get closer, and he's gonna open up. And no, he's not, man. That's just who he is. That's just how he's gonna be. It's kind of like, and again, like I can't relate. It's hard for me to relate because, like, to me, I look at it completely negative. I think that's small dick energy, which I know is super fucking mean. But like, I just figure like, oh man, like if you don't have the actual mental and emotional fucking capacity to like evaluate and like express emotions and connectivity, I think you're fucking retarded. I think you don't have a lot of brain cells. I think your EQ is dog shit. And that to me is small dick energy. It's like you can't even get in your own head and go, man, you know what? I feel like I need a hug today. Let me go ask my wife, hey, can I get a hug? Like you can't even go in there. Like you're just fucking like, I am man. Hear me roar. Men don't cry. Oh, I gotta be a tough guy. If she wants me to open up, opening up is gay. I'm gonna drink this beer and fucking watch UFC. Like, dude, that to me, like I said, I'm looking at it a completely negative angle. I think you have small dick energy, and I think you're dumb as a box of rocks. I know this took a turn for the worse. I'm sorry.
Well, and okay, what that is that somebody that you'd want to be with? I mean,
fuck no, dude.
I mean, legitimate question. That's what you got to ask yourself. Is that somebody that you want to be with? Somebody that's not going to progress, to make you guys, to lift the relationship up and make you guys be successful? Because sitting on the couch, drinking beer, watching UFC kind of sounds like a dead end.
Yep. All right, real quick. God damn, this whole episode's fucking done. You wouldn't shut up? Good goddamn, your fucking week-long trip is insane.
Well, I was gone for a week, and you barely ever let me talk on the normal, so.
True. Oh, no, that's why I didn't interrupt. I was like, fuck, you're doing great. You're killing it. All right, we're going to do a quick episode of Worst Case Scenario. Who did we do last time?
Worst Case Scenario, I believe that we did the both of us. So do you want to do like we...
Let's do, yeah, just do one. I think it's easier keeping track.
Yeah.
So I think... Last time
we did you.
So now it's you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And the last time was like worst case scenario. I think.
No,
it was first to worst. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Worst case scenario. It's literally like first to worst, except it's super shitty fucking life scenarios. I draw 5 cards. He then puts them in order from. He has to do all of them, but he's going to put them in order from the ones he'd rather do all the way down to the one that's the worst that he would not want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the cards, and then he's going to lock him in from his first to his worst, and then we're going to score it because I know him better than he knows me.
All right, what do we got?
First card. Your adult child has to move back in with you.
That doesn't apply.
That doesn't even fucking. All right, let's go to the next one. Learn you owe back taxes totaling $500,000. Ouch, dude!
There goes my house.
Woo! An unwashed stranger wildly licks your face. These are fucking, dude, and you're a germaphobe as fuck.
I just vomited in my mouth.
Okay, you are physically and emotionally attracted to your sibling, bro. These are fucking wicked. Do you have a sibling?
I do.
Is it a fucking brother or a sister?
It's a sister.
That's fucking awkward, bud.
I ain't from the South.
Ah, damn. Your best friend has an affair with one of your parents. Dude, these are so bad. Okay, pick out your absolute Would it be shittiest first or no? It's the one you would rather do before all others. Worst case scenario, you're putting them in the worst order down to the least worst order.
Okay, so
we're gonna do it like first to worst. What would you do first before the others in this one?
So
hold on, I'm locking in my answer. Boom, got it. I got my answer locked in. The one you would do first before any other one, locked in. You tell me when you're ready.
Go ahead.
Your adult child has to move back in with you. The only reason I'm doing that one is because you don't fucking have an adult child.
Exactly. That's like a freebie for me.
Yeah, it's like your adult dog has to move back in with you. Like, oh darn,
she never moved out.
There you go. Fucking still a dependent. Okay, all right. So that was definitely you would do that one. So now we're left with the 4. I'm already batting 1,000. Fucking winning this bitch. You learn you owe back taxes totaling 500,000. An unwashed stranger wildly licks your face. You're physically and emotionally attracted to your sibling, or your best friend has an affair with one of your parents. Fuck. Let's go. I'm going to go number 2, locking it in. Do you have yours ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to go an unwashed stranger wildly licks your face.
No.
God damn it. So you went with the best friend having an affair with one of your parents.
No.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you're not. You were.
Hold on. Let me just put these in order now because now you're fucking me up. I would have done. Hold on. I would have done that one. I would have done this one, then this one. This is the order. So I put unwashed stranger would wildly lick your face. That would not. You would rather do one of these other ones first. That's what you're telling me. Which one? You would.
Because I'll be like every other American claim bankruptcy.
You would owe $500,000 in back taxes before any of these other.
Listen,
you would rather owe back taxes before a stranger licks your face.
Okay, if that stranger has hepatitis or some weird disease, that's
a blood-borne pathogen. It's not a saliva-borne pathogen.
Do you not see how dry my skin is? Like,
holy fuck!
Look, I have like. I have like little pimples on my face.
Oh
that's open wound,
dude. This is absolutely crazy.
But here's the thing: is this right here, like every other American, it can just go away, and I have to live with it for like 10 years.
Oh my god! Am I gonna crash out on this one? So what's your number? So the number 3 I would have put for you would have been your best friend has an affair with one of your parents. What would be your number 3 if this was your? So now you're left with. Your number 3 would have been the stranger licking your face. That's wild that you would actually owe back taxes.
Like I said, I'll be like, listen,
$500,000.
Listen, I'll be like every other shiesty American.
All right,
and just go, hey, you know what? Sorry, I can't pay this. Let the taxpayers.
I can't believe I'm not getting this. Okay, so then after that one, I would have put you're physically and emotionally attracted to your sibling as number 4.
No,
you would have done best friend has an affair.
Yeah, and
then last I put. Owing back taxes, which was your fucking number 2. So I got
so
0.
Even
I got 0 out of 5.
You got 0 out of 5. So I'll give you this though, okay? If we stick in with that, okay, I would still put best friend and affair. The last one would be I'm not screwing my sister. That's gross.
It didn't say you're screwing it. It says you're physically and emotionally attracted to your sibling.
That's still gross.
It is fucking gross.
Because usually when you're physically and emotionally attracted to
dude, I'm still fucked up with the. Man, whoa!
Because
unwashed. So let's just boil it down to just those 2. You have an option: either a stranger licks your face, or you owe $500,000 to the government. You'd be like, all right, it looks like I'm in debt. Fuck, that is wild.
If you owe this money, I can almost guarantee. Now, granted, okay, we've had this conversation.
Bankruptcy, it goes away. I know you're a money savvy guy.
Yeah, not only does bankruptcy,
you owe back taxes.
Yeah, and this thing is,
you can't hold on. You can't call bankruptcy on the government. Yeah, it's okay.
Hey, you know what?
I got 0 out of 5.
Hold on. Take that. Right, ready? Yeah. Hey, government, I can only afford to pay $50 a year or a month.
A year? $50 a year? I can only, it's about fucking $3.80 every month.
Put it this way. Real experience, I owe taxes, had to take payments. I think it was like 19 or 20. I'm on my own.
This is a first in our gaming history. I got 0 out of 5. That's a fucking double. Because that's an F fucking minus.
And that's the thing is, I think I look a little too much into these.
Jesus.
I
take these real serious too. I really break them down.
Because when you look at it, it's like, okay, well,
you're gonna have to do all of them.
Hey, live with some weird disease or herpes. Jesus, I'm just saying.
Christ, at least you can. I don't know. A lot of shit. You can sit it with the shampoo, and the galloping dandruff will go away. I don't know, man. a lot of shit. They gotta you just take 2 of these pills for the rest of your life and you're good. Fuck, I don't know. I got 0 out of 5. That's a first for the goddamn show. I did the worst.
Hey, what did you say? You know me better.
Whatever. That, ladies and gentlemen, is an episode. This is a bit long. Thank you all for listening, and we have a lot more listener feedback coming in the next episode. This is Griff signing out.
Smith, see you later.